everybody. Welcome to Farm to Early Care and Education. Today you're in for a treat because I'm not going out in the garden to do a garden activity. Today I'm actually going to do a small cooking activity which you can easily do with your children. Part of Farm to Early Care and Education is gardening, yes, but then there's also cooking and taste testing and doing other activities with your children. So today we're going to do blueberry pancakes. It's very simple, takes about 5 minutes. And the ingredients that you would need, first you would need a mixing bowl and a whisk. You need about a cup of self-rising flour. You're going to need 1 egg. These are actually locally grown. We actually make these ourselves. We have hens in the backyard, and so we just go and pick up the eggs. So we have locally grown eggs. You will need about a cup of milk, 3/4 to a cup of milk, whole milk, 1%, any type of milk will work, soy milk, any type of milk, no problem. You will need like a spatula. You're going to need a skillet, another type of spatula for the skillet, and then the main ingredient that we're going to use today is our harvest of the month, which is blueberries. And we actually got these from a very dear friend of mine, Vicker's Farms. Cynthia, she brought these to me yesterday. I asked her to. But if you'll look, I want to show you the size of these blueberries. They are about the size of a quarter. They're absolutely huge. But Vicker Farms are one of our local farms that we use. They grow blueberries, watermelons, tomatoes. They actually grow tobacco and a lot of other items, but they're, like I said, one of our locally grown farms, and so we like to use them anytime we get a chance. And so today we're going to feature the blueberries, so you will need those. Alright, very simple. This is something that takes about 5 minutes that you can do with your kid. The first thing that you're going to do is take that cup of flour and put it in your mixing bowl. And now this is something that your kids can do. And I like to whisk my flour. My mother used to sift in a sifter all her flour just so you get it light and fluffy, but we're going to whisk it. And then we're going to take one of those eggs and I just crack it on the bowl. But for your children, you might want to let them crack it in another bowl just so if they mess up and put little shells in, you know, you can take the shells out, or you can let them crack another because you want to let them do all that fine motor skill. And then we're going to start and take this milk, and I just do a little at a time. You're going to want to get a pasty, and I'm going to show y'all as soon as I get to the right little consistency. See, about that 3/4 cup is about all you need for that 1 cup of flour. And then you just stir to get out all the, you don't want any of the little flour to be beaten up. You want it to be very smooth. You want it to look like thick paste, I guess is what you would call it. This is how mine looks. And see, you can still, it still runs off, but it's a little thicker consistency. So that's what I'm looking for. You just want to make sure all the flour has been mixed in with the milk. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, what'd she do with her blueberries? I'm going to scoot us up so you can see me cooking on the skillet. Turn that down just a hair. All right, and my little pitcher has a pour spout, so I don't have to do anything different. Like I said, I'm just going to whisk it a little more. Alright, because the blueberries will come into play after I put it on the skillet. Now, another thing you need for the skillet, you can use oil, olive oil, butter. I go the easy route and I just put some spray, some skillet spray. I also like to spray my utensil that I'll use to flip with. Just makes things a lot easier. This will make about 6 nice sized pancakes. So I'm going to do about 3 to start with. Now this part I would say let an adult do because those skillets get pretty hot. And then the kids can help. I'll set that over. And while you're cooking, what you do then, you take those blueberries and you pack that pancake as full as you can with those blueberries. And that way, if you mixed your blueberries in with your batter, it's going to turn your batter a bluey green, and nobody wants to eat a bluey green pancake. So if you wait and do it at this stage, you get those beautiful plump blueberries to be seen while you eat your pancake. Now, there is a trick to cooking pancakes that my husband taught me years ago, and it's about patience. I don't have a lot of patience, and so I used to would quick and flip them, and when you do that, they just kind of fall apart. And so he taught me if I would wait until your pancake starts to bubble up on this side, the other side would be cooked, and then I could just flip it and it would not hurt anything. And so we're going to wait and let it start to bubble. This one's starting to bubble. But it's all about patience. Kids, this is good for them. They have to wait. You know, this is the fun process, so they have to wait. But what's happening on the other side, and you can kind of peep up, is that other side is getting real pretty and brown. But all of this is cooking. Like, it kind of cooks halfway, and then when you flip it, you cook the other half. And so it's just all about giving it a second. And I see some holes, so I'm going to stick some more blueberries in there. Like I said, you can't ever have too many blueberries. And now, while we're waiting on this, we'll go ahead and get me a plate out. Because when I serve my little fellas, I like to add more blueberries to their plate. Because even though there's blueberries on my pancake, well, that's just not enough for a child. They want more blueberries, so we always add blueberries to our plate. So I'm going to have our plate right there ready for our pancakes. And they're almost ready. They've started to bubble up pretty good. So in just a minute, we're going to flip those. But this is a great little activity for farm to early care and education. Parents, it's a lot of fun. Kids love to get in the kitchen and cook with you. They're getting to try blueberries. Like I said, these are beautiful, very nice. Gives them one more item, something else you can do with them. This literally takes 5 minutes. Now, can you see that pretty brown? And how easy that flipped without falling apart? Like I said, I used to do it way too quick, and they would just, oh my gosh, I'd have goo going everywhere. So a lot better process now that I've learned to have some patience and wait. But it'll make a good, about 6 of these pancakes out of one little batter. And that's a cup of flour, 1 egg, and about 3/4 cup of milk. And then lots of blueberries. You cannot put too many blueberries in these pancakes. I just like to kind of flatten them out to make sure all the goo gets cooked and they get good and pretty. But literally from start to finish, 5 minutes. So kids, that's something they can do pretty easily, very quick. They get a quick return on what they're doing. So a lot of fun. You can also, if you don't like blueberries, if that's not their thing, you can do strawberries, raspberries, pineapples, bananas. You can make pancakes 1,000 ways. I mean, anything you want to add to your pancakes, add. Just make it fun for the kids. Absolutely. Anything you would like to put on them, you can put on them. Okay. And then what you do, you just serve, and we're losing blueberries. We just serve those little blueberries right alongside. All right, parents, let me see those videos. Do some pancakes with your kids and let us see. All right, y'all have a great day.